Stephen Means with Cleveland.com.
Well, the first half was kind of clunky. As a veteran who's been through this before, when you guys get into the locker room at halftime, what are you saying to your offensive line and to your offense about how that first half went?
Yeah, we one of our goals in this game was to play clean. I feel like we didn't really do that in the first half, but at the end of the day, we just kind of had to get together and say, settle down, just play our game, don't think about it too much. Don't, let the fact that, it's maybe our first time playing the shoe, like, just got to settle in, and play football. And I think we did a good job of that in the second half, but, we definitely need to work on, starting a little faster, starting a little better, and not having those mistakes that we had in the first half, me personally, included in that. And we built off it, and, we came out in the second half and guns a-blazing and did really well. And obviously a win is a win, and when you win by as much as we did, it's good. And, I'm happy that we won, but there's still a lot of stuff to clean up.
Steve Hellwagon, 24/7 Sports.
Yeah, well, the first touchdown to Jeremiah, it looks like he makes kind of an adjustment on the ball and turns back shoulder. Just what did you see on that play? What did he do to complete it? And is that an advanced concept for a young guy to be able to make that play?
If he's pressed and it's one-on-one, put it up, and he'll make the play. And that's exactly what he did. I just saw he was pressed, so I tried to put it up over top, and he actually made a little adjustment and came back to it. And I mean, that's all I got to do is just give him a chance, and he's going to do the rest. You guys saw that today.
Over to the right, Austin Ward, the podcast.
Well, Ryan said that nobody needed to say anything to Jeremiah after that drop screen there on the opening drive. Is that the case? You just
No, there was no word said. I mean, none of us were worried about him at all. I mean, we were, obviously, it's a drop, it's uncharacteristic, but hey, I made a couple of bad passes, and it's not gonna be perfect, man. But it's that next play mentality. Mental toughness is the ability to move on to the next most important thing, and we knew his maturity level. We weren't worried about it, and he came back and had a great game. So.
Will, over to the left, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Well, you've been here 8 months. You probably wondered what it would be like to play at the shoe, just the whole atmosphere. What was it like? How glad are you to have it under your belt?
It's cool, man. It's a pretty freaking cool stadium, and the fans and the band and just the I've never been a part of so many different traditions, and I had to learn all these new traditions that we had, and it's cool, man. It's fun. It's it makes it more engaging, for everyone involved, and the skull session, and just getting to experience all this stuff that I've heard about for the first time was really fun. And now that I got it all under my belt, it's all right, now I've done it, and now it's business as usual from now on. But it's still cool, and it's still fun to appreciate it, when I only have 12 opportunities as a Buckeye, guaranteed, and obviously, hopefully we get 16 or 17, but I only have so many opportunities as a Buckeye, so I gotta soak it all in and enjoy it while I'm here, man. And it's quite an environment, quite an atmosphere, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Great. Over to the right, Dylan Davis, Delaware Gazette.
You made it clear before, no disrespect to the guys you played with at Kansas State, but it's a little bit different here with the guys you're throwing to. I guess just, some guys that maybe you wouldn't think would be open or open. So I guess how did that materialize on the field for you, seeing that in a game, and just how did that feel compared to maybe previous starts?
Yeah, it's a freeing feeling when you can kind of just put the ball up and let those guys make adjustments, and you don't have to be as perfect, and that's nothing against, my guys. I had a ton of playmakers at K-State, and I love those guys, and those guys were making plays for me too. But I'm just trying to talk about the dudes we got here. We got some dudes, and it showed out today. And I think even down to the Jaden Ballard and Brandon Innes and Bryson Rogers. We got depth at that position too. It's cool, man. It makes my job easy.
Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
Will, was there a moment in this game where you felt like you and the offense kind of settled in?
I don't know if there was a moment. I think that second half when we kind of started rolling a little bit, made a couple things happen. I think we did do some good things in the first half. We made some good plays here and there, but really settling into a rhythm. I think that came in that second half, and we kind of got that ball in the third quarter and started driving a little bit. Is it hot in here? All right, okay, just making sure. Okay, yeah, all right. But okay, good. I feel the sweat coming down my chest right now.
Oh, that was amazing.
But anyway, I think we settled in that second half, and we were able to we're able to go from there.
Shorter answers, Will. Come on, we gotta.
Yeah, I know. I tend to ramble a little bit, so
We're
my
all
bad.
coordinated. We will all
I see all the fans in the back. Everyone's like waving fans.
Over to the right. We'll wrap up here shortly.
That's no worries.
Stefan Kreischick, Cleveland.com.
Well, Coach Day was talking about you guys kind of trying to establish a run a bit there early. What's kind of the thought process, the conversations you're having with Coach Kelly and some of the teammates? Maybe when it's frustrating at the start, but you got to kind of keep that patience and establish the run game.
Yeah, I feel like there's not much you need to say at that point, because we know what we have to do. And at the end of the day, like for me, being the run game, they give me the, Coach Kelly says all the time, you're the run game coordinator. You got to get us in and out of the right plays, and if we have a call and if we have something and someone comes from one side, like you need to make it right. And so part of it's on me. We got to all be working together, all systems, going on the same wavelength. And I think we did settle in the second half. And it's first game. We were trying to be conscious of that and play clean. And I think we did better in the second half. But again, like we just need to clean up some of that stuff in the first half and go back and look at the film and move on and grow and learn.
Over to the left, Cameron Teague Robinson, The Athletic.
Well, Jeremiah had 6 catches, 9 targets, and you led the team in targets. What is it about you two, or your chemistry with him, that you think allows you guys to click so well in the first game together on the field?
I think, you guys see it. He's pretty darn good at football, first of all. But he understands the game like really well. And I think there was a third down where I kind of maneuvered a D end that dropped and to get him a ball on a curl, and just the wherewithal he has to kind of figure out like, hey, maybe just wrap him a little bit in that window. He understands the game very well, and that's, Emeka, Carnell, like those guys understand the game like unbelievably well, like all of them do. But Jeremiah, he's a dude, man, and if you get him in one-on-one coverage, and he's gonna win, and at the end of the day, like this is just a start for him. I'm excited for him. I think we're starting to develop a lot of chemistry, and I'm excited to see, how this season goes for him. And he's a phenomenal player, and he's gonna have quite a few more targets this year, I'm sure.
3 more questions. Tim May, Letterman Room.
Yeah. Will, I was just wondering what your favorite pass was today, and I was wondering if the one to Cardell Tate would be right in there, because you hit him right on the fly and he took it to the end zone.
Yeah.
And then the deep one to Jeremiah Smith. I think y'all ran 11 plays in the third quarter and had 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. So.
Yeah,
But
I
go
don't
ahead.
know. That's a hard one. I don't know if I could pick my favorite throw from today. Probably that fade ball to JJ in the corner of the end zone, or that little peak throw I threw to him in the red zone. Like those two, but the one that Carnell, I just threw a curl to him and he took it 34 yards for a touchdown. That's pretty easy for me, right? I'm just going through my reads. They go one high. I'm going to the field with my curl, and there he is. He makes my job easy.
Did it just feel totally different out there though in the third quarter? I'm just wondering for you guys offensively.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything that switched or anything crazy. We just settled in a little bit. I think we were just comfortable, and it just kind of things started kind of going our ways. I feel like for me especially, I started kind of taking the game as it came to me and trying to, not trying to force things. I think there were a couple of times in the first half where I was just forcing things and trying to make things happen. And with this team, with the guys we have, the more I can just let the game come to me, and it makes my job easy, and we can get rolling.
Over to the left, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
Yeah, Will, we're talking about your passing and throwing, but really the sense is what's going to make you different and this offense difference are your legs, your ability to run. Do you have a run mentality in you at all? In your under center, you go QB sneak. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Just talk about if you can, that attitude.
Absolutely. I think that's a big part of our game as this offense, and what Coach Kelly wants to do. It doesn't even just have to be in the run game. It can be in the pass game too. There were a couple times today where I'm honestly mad at myself that I didn't tuck it down and run. And sometimes, they came out and showed us a couple of looks that were new, and that's going to happen in the first game. Credit to them. They come out with a different third down blitz than they've shown in the past, and they had 9 months to dial it up. So credit to them. But the thing is you got to be ready and you got to adapt. But at the end of the day, like for me, it's not just those design quarterback runs. It's more like, hey, if they're in man coverage and everyone's got their back turned, I got to be able to go get upfield and go get us first down. And I think I did that a couple times today. But for me, it's like it's getting out of that mode of it's touch football and in camp, nobody can hit you, right? So now it's like, oh, okay, I can actually go make some stuff, shake with my legs, and when I kind of realized that, and I think we had that one play action where I went down there and did that, and the more I can do that, the better, and I just need to do that more. When things aren't perfect down the field, I got to be able to make things happen with my leg, and I think I'm ready to do that, and I want to do that.
And final question over to the right, James Watkins, Cleveland.com.
Well, I won't quiz you on Archie Griffin, but I do want to ask you, why do you think it's important to honor history or historic figures the way you guys did with Archie today?
I think it's really, really important, and especially with Archie, the only two-time Heisman winner, like, he's a legend around here, man, and the fact that we wore the stickers for him, it shows how much that we care about our tradition and our history and the people that have came before us, and it shows that, you don't forget about those greats before you, and you remember it, and that's why we're doing it. A lot of the reason we're doing these things are for the people that that came before us, the people that are here now, and the people that are going to come after us. And it's carrying on that Buckeye legacy. Looking at guys like Archie Griffin, that are legends. Being able to put on the scarlet and gray just like they did is an honor and a privilege.
Great. Will, thank you very much.